When I have people, I will record it. So if you're ever unable to attend, you are welcome to request a recording, and we'll go ahead and get started. And I'd like for you to find a place to stand in your space where you have enough room to move. You want to be sure that you won't whack anything or anyone. And we're going to come into a stance, into a Qigong stance. So rock from the ball of your foot to your heel. And also know that throughout our practice, sometimes I definitely offer more of a chair meditation. Today I'm not. But if at any point during our standing practice you would feel more comfortable seated, please feel free to do that. Rocking from the ball of your foot to your heel, and rock a little from side to side also. Just kind of feeling into your legs, feeling into your lower extremities. And then letting your arms sort of sway gently forward and back. We're not doing anything terribly vigorous at this moment. We're just kind of feeling into our body and just noticing. It's morning time. You might be kind of stiff. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and roll them back. Do that 2 or 3 times. Some nice shoulder rolls, getting into your chest, into your spine as well. And then let your feet sink into the earth. Find a tall spine and let your arms sort of rest at your sides. There's this extension that happens through your spine, axial extension. And when you think of lengthening your spine, when I make that request, I see many times people will lift their chin. And that's sort of the opposite, because you're crunching the back of your neck if you lift your head, or if you lift your chin, yeah, like that. And so you're going to want to bring your chin slightly towards your chest, and this lengthens the back of your neck and allows the crown of your head to extend upwards. Posture is practice. And in our Qigong posture, we're looking to find both strength, stability, and softness. So now think of yourself like a sea creature, maybe bending a little into your legs and then straightening. You might let your arms extend out and then come back in, just feeling into your balance between structure and softness. And then allow your body to find a sense of neutrality. Bring your hands to your lower dantian. This is the area beneath your belly button, kind of your low abdomen and your pelvis. It's a center of gravity, a center of energy of your body. And as you are here, see if your eyes can soften. Feeling yourself root into the earth. Let your jaw and your eyes relax. And notice your breath. Allow your breath to evolve as it does. As we move into this metal element Qigong practice. Metal is one of the 5 elemental forces. considered to be the season of autumn, a time of refinement, a time of release. Well, within ourselves, it's our ability to take in all of the experiences that we have and to process them, to refine, to condense, to release what we no longer need. And we do this very much through breathing. So allowing your breath to come into your awareness, allowing your breath to be something that that is a way for you to touch base with how you feel. Throughout our practice, we'll come back to this stance, we'll come back to our breath today. And between that, we'll shift in different movements and enjoy that as well. So breathing, noticing, even those discomfortable sensations. Smiling is good, laughing is good, uncomfortable, it's okay. Now take a deep breath, find a smile, and sigh it out. I'm going to have you bring your hands to your sides, and we're going to cloud walk. I'd like for you to shift your weight from side to side, and feeling your weight shift, maybe lifting your heel, bringing it back down, shifting to the other side, doing the same. Our Qigong practice helps us to cultivate a sense of balance, both physical balance. This is a great practice for physical balance. This is also a great practice for finding more mental and emotional equanimity in general throughout your experience of life. And cloud walking gently through the clouds. And seeing if your breath wants to come along with you. The 5-element theory is derived from this idea of yin and yang. Yin being very cooling, nourishing, nurturing. Yang being warming, upward motion. Macrocosmically, springtime is very yang. It's energy rising, it's new life poking out of the ground. The seeds that were released the previous year are able to rest over the winter and take root in the spring. Autumn is very yin. It's yin energy sort of taking hold, making its way, condensing, refining, coming into this period of time, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere in our experience of longer nights, shorter days, cooler weather coming in. It's a time of reflection. Metal is shiny, it's reflective. And coming back to center. Feel your feet sink into the earth. We're going to balance things a little. I'd like for you to take your palms to face away from you, reaching up, sort of gathering energy from above and drawing it into your body, sinking it down into the earth. The way that the trees bring their energy inward and downward towards their roots. Qigong encourages us, again, to find physical balance, to move our physical bodies so that we can maybe find a greater sense of comfort in our physical body, a greater sense of equanimity and balance. And also more of a connection with the natural world. reaching up. Inhaling and exhaling as you draw down. Move within your range of motion throughout our practice, knowing that you have a whole lifetime of experiences that are honored. They are very important. And for you to find a sense of kindness and love to whatever those experiences are. And that's part of metal. It's kind of reflecting, refining, releasing. One more time, lifting up. And then drawing down the front of your body. And bring your hands back to your dantian. See if you can find length through your spine, find sinking support of the earth beneath you, and this liftedness of the crown of your head towards the heavens. The heavens, this is this whole idea of thought forms, of energy that comes through. And it's not necessarily, it's not, certainly not a religious connotation, but spiritual energy, and of the energy of connectedness of all things. And then the earth, the more yin energies, this sense of being supported by gravity, held kind of, and nurtured and nourished. And the more we find stability through our physical body and through the present moment, the better conduit of that energy, of that more spiritual yang energy we can be. And then as that energy comes through, we can transform it. We can intermingle it with our existing experience, release old habits and patterns, cultivate a greater sense of inner peace. And taking a nice deep breath and letting it go. We're going to shake out your hands and your feet. Just let yourself find kind of a little bopping around, a little shaking. Our practice consists of postural awareness, breath awareness. It consists of slow movements, which help to cultivate more internal force. And this is, internal force is kind of a deeper inner strength that we can apply to all of our interactions. We're also going to do tapotement, tapping, patting to encourage the release and relaxation of the connective tissue, the fascia, that winds through your body, through all of your muscles, connecting your muscles to your bones, intermingling with the systems of your body and the organs of your body. And as we start to do that, knowing that when we loosen things up in one area, it can help us find relaxation in another area. We're coming back to center. Just pause for a moment. Notice the reverberation of that movement. Find a smile, take a deep breath, and let it go. And then go ahead and pat your lower dantian. I'm going to do this nice little patting practice all around our bodies. I'm going to find a lot of sighing. Sighing is a noise associated with the metal elements. So yin and yang are further divided into 5 elemental forces. Yang is more active, it's growth oriented, it's the wood element, the fire element. And the yin way of being is metal and water. Earth is the present moment. Earth kind of holds us together. It connects us to the present moment. So it's that sense of safety and security in the now, coming back to right now. And typically, where our little minds are all over the place. I'm gonna pat down and up your legs. And just go as far forward as feels good. And it doesn't really matter where you're patting. Many other practices like acupuncture. Acupuncture is based on 5-element theory. It's based on this yin and yang, kind of balancing the yin and yang within the body and the different organs. Each element contains a variety of characteristics, just like metal is the season of autumn. It's refinement. It's the lung and the large intestine are organs associated with metal. One more time, going down and up all around your legs, wherever you'd like to pat. Also, our system of fascia, of connective tissue, that tends to act as a conduit as well for energy. And coming back up, take your loose fists, if you can, and hit your sacral area, coming up perhaps towards your kidney adrenal line, depending upon what your shoulders will let you do. So that connective tissue, that fascia, if you've ever had acupuncture, the acupuncturist will put a needle in one area and it will affect another place in the body. Come on down, give yourself another shoulder roll, shoulders up to your ears and back down. And then take your fingers and I'd like for you to tap your head. Kind of did our lower body and now we're gonna start from the top and work our way back down until we meet in the middle. Tapping all around your head. We're not too concerned with specific acupressure points. We will spend time with those as well over the course of the next few weeks. But just going kind of all around your head, knowing that as you tap, a few things happen. One, you release tension from that area. And that tension could also be released in another part of the body as well. So that's super cool. And two, you bring awareness. You bring awareness to your body. Where your attention goes, where your awareness goes, your intention goes. And just as you can intentionally change your breathing, you can intentionally bring kindness and love and awareness to different parts of your body. Not that you can control them the way you can control your breath, but you build a confidence in your innate intelligence when you do. I'm going to tap around your face. I just take my glasses off and I stick them in my shirt. and I'm tapping between your eyebrows. Just tap around your eyes. Feel around. Just be curious. Be curious. Curiosity. So the metal element, the season of autumn, the lung, the large intestine, the fascia, that connective tissue that winds through your body. Our ability to refine, to let go. Also, grief and disappointment can be kind of held in the lung and the large intestine. We want to be able to convert our emotions, to utilize them. They're very important, to convert them into more helpful charges of energy. We can transform disappointment and grief into honesty with ourselves, understanding of others. Go ahead and return your glasses if you've removed them. We're going to come to under your collarbones with your little tappy fingers. And taking a deep breath and sighing it out. Going all across your chest, wherever it feels good. You could, and just like how we patted down our lower body, you could even take your little fingertips, you could turn them into little dragon's beaks and you could poke around on your chest. Just be curious again. The way we feel, metal is how we feel. I love the analogy, and I use it quite a bit, about if you purchase a brand new car and then it gets a scratch in it, and you're super upset about that scratch in the paint, it has no effect on the ability of that car to work perfectly well, but no one will blame you for being upset about it. Metal is our sensitivity, our irrationality, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's just how we feel. Metal's how we feel. And we have to honor that. We tend to want to over-rationalize how we feel, and that doesn't bring respect to our experience. And so what we're working with is allowing ourselves to feel and to process. I'm going to have you take a hand and give yourself a pat on the shoulder. Let your neck relax. So you pat all the way down your arm, and a patting down and back up. We're going to do that a few times on this arm. So just take your time, being curious. Maybe you pat lighter, or you pat a little bit more vigorously. Maybe your pats become real fast, or they get slow. Just be curious. So you oftentimes get lost in rationality, and that is that's considered the wood element. It's our desire for rational thinking, for moving forward, for kind of it can become rigidity and frustration when things don't go our way, and we want to find a balance between that and then metal, letting go, becoming more honest with ourselves, seeing where our rigidity lies. That honesty can be quite a challenge. I'm going to have you lift your arm and pat from your armpit down to your hip and back up. You can lift your arm as high as you'd like, or have it be lower. Getting into your side ribs. You also have some large lymph nodes here as well, so super helpful thing to do. Let that come down, shake out your arm. And take a moment, take a break between arms, and just notice the sensations in the arm that you just patted, and maybe a little bit more relaxation in that side of the chest. Take a deep breath, hold it, and sigh it out. Resets your diaphragm. I'm going to do the other side, patting on your shoulder and coming all the way down your arm and back up a few times. These practices that we're working with, these have evolved over thousands of years. I think of Qigong as the yoga east of India. And these people who developed both more in the yogic tradition and also in our Qigong tradition, they had the similar kinds of reasons for doing it, to improve functionality, quality of life. Longevity was a big one as well. And as these practices have come through the years, we can apply them to our modern experience and see it as, I want to function as well as possible. I have a lot to do. I understand that my body has an innate wisdom. And I'll lift your arm and pat from your armpit down to your hip and back up. Your body has an innate wisdom. Each of the trillions of cells in your body, now we can identify, science has been able to learn quite a bit more that transcends the kind of magical nature of things, while it helps us to understand it. Something that just in the past was just known is now becoming understood in a different way, which is super cool. We can measure it in a way that helps our rational minds, because our rational minds love that. Let your arm come down and shake it out. Go ahead and shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Give yourself a little funky dance. Re-root into the earth. Feel the spine lengthen, the crown of your head extend. And we're going to do some arm swings next, swinging forward and back. Just letting your arms move. It's like you're flicking water off of your fingertips. And so these ancient peoples understood that moving the body helps you feel better. Okay, that makes sense. It encourages the flow of blood, of lymph, as you move your joints. Now we understand that it stimulates the production of synovial fluid. We can encourage our parasympathetic nervous response through breath awareness and through quieting the mind, utilizing somatic practices, which is, I know that's one of the reasons I love Qigong. Helps me to just feel a bit more balanced. A sense of equanimity. Let your arms come back down. Feel rooted again. And then we're going to find some gentle twists, twisting, turning, rotations of your spine. This is helpful for digestion as well. And maybe your hands hit your body. We can turn this into another tapotement method, which is knocking on the door of life, letting your hands turn into fists, and your top fist hits kind of where your chest meets your shoulder, and your back fist comes up to your kidney adrenal line. And so now we're actually being a little bit more specific as well. We're hitting a lung acupressure point in the chest. The lung, each of the organs in our 5-element theory and in traditional Chinese medicine, they have personalities. They have certain functions that they do aside from what we think of them in anatomy and physiology class. They have personalities. And so the lung helps us to release grief and disappointment. And we can even think of the lung as helping us to stimulate our parasympathetic nervous response when we start to slow our breathing, that thing that we can control, that bodily function that we can kind of work with. How cool is that? To breathe and calm down. And that affects your cortisol levels. Here you're hitting your kidney adrenal line. And you can think about maybe tenderizing and releasing excess norepinephrine in the area and kind of allowing it to just be processed instead of holding on to cortisol. And we know that high cortisol levels contribute to chronic disease as well. Wow. So these things, these just little wisdoms start to transform into a different kind of rational understanding. Coming back to center, give yourself a little shake, shake out your legs, shake out your arms, and then find your stance again. Your feet can be about shoulder width distance. Your knees and your hip flexors might have a soft fold in them. This is very strengthening for your legs. It's also challenging. Maybe your legs are more straight and that's better for you. Let your arms soften. So your arms feel as though you have an egg under each armpit and you don't want to squish it and you don't want it to fall out and break it. So structure and softness. The crown of your head extends, your chin draws slightly inward. Find a smile. Smiling affects your physiology. Bring your hands to your lower dantian. Breathe. Feel your breath. Maybe your breath begins to dive down into your belly and it expands like a balloon as you inhale. And as you exhale, it relaxes and softens, moving towards your spine. Working with your breath, You are also working with deep stabilizer muscles for your spine, your diaphragm. As your lungs expand, your diaphragm pulls downward, lungs expanding and massaging your abdomen. And as you exhale, maybe your low abdomen can draw gently towards your spine. Your transverse abdominals help to support everything in here and your spine. Relaxing your belly, relaxing your transverse abdominals as you inhale. Exhaling and come towards your spine. Maybe your pelvic floor gently lifts. Difficult place to figure out. But again, that lifting action helps to support your spine and the contents of your pelvis. And then relax your abdomen, relax your pelvic floor, let your lungs expand. Working with your breath. So magical, yet so scientifically helpful. Now smile and let it go. And we'll play with a few other movements. Let's smooth things out, this cloud walking. Maybe shifting your weight from one side to the other, perhaps lifting your leg and then placing your foot back down, playing with it. Moving slowly as though against gentle resistance. And coming back to center. Turn your palms to face up. Let's part the clouds. Coming up the front of the body, turn your hands, reach, and lower your arms. It's a nice stretch as well. Lifting. This is a very uplifting movement if you're feeling sluggish in the morning, especially in this season of time. I saw a meme the other day that said that in November, it's morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon and then it's night. And I feel like that's kind of true. So here you can wake up and you can part the clouds and enjoy the sun as you get to enjoy it. One more time, coming up the front of your body and parting the clouds. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and back down a few times. And then we'll take our arms and I want you to make them into big bear paws. A little big bear. Open up the front of your body and then round forward. Bring your pelvis in, bring your elbows in towards your belly and then open back up. So getting a nice extension and flexion of your spine. As we know, keeping our spine healthy is so helpful to just functionality, longevity. Also stretching the muscles and connections in front of your body and the back of your body. Big bear, and you're a big bear. Big and confident as you move through the present moment. You are present. Next time you open up, I'd like for you to make yourself big like a star and then give yourself a hug. This is one of my very favorites. Let your chin come towards your chest. And breathe into this space between your shoulder blades. And we hold an awful lot of tension in our upper backs. especially around our hearts, around our chest in general. You know, deep breathing massages your heart, helps to stretch your tissue. Open back up. And then give yourself a hug with your other arm on top. Bring your chin to your chest, so a little stretch of your neck as you breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. And then open back up and let your arms come down. Shake out your hands, shake out your feet. Give yourself a little funky dance. And then come back to your Qigong stance. Letting your arms rest at your sides, feeling rooted through the earth, lifted through your spine, crown of your head extending upwards. Now bring one hand in front of your heart and one hand in front of your lower dantian or your belly. Just kind of being here, like you're kind of going to be dancing with yourself. We're going to move through clouds, cloud hands. Your upper hand is yang in nature. It's more active in relationship to your lower hand. Yin and yang are all about relationships, and it's constant change as well. So you're going to turn at the waist in the direction of your upper hand, and then switch the hands. So the other hand is on top, other hand is on the bottom, coming back through center. Turn, cloud hands. And maybe your upper fingers point slightly upward, and you can gaze at your upper fingers as you work with your cloud hands. Finding that sense of softness, relaxing your shoulders, softness in your structure. How can you do a little bit less, but put a bit more intention and awareness into it, pulling your awareness from wherever all of the different scattered places it is, drawing it in, and that is where you're able to kind of consolidate to transform. Cultivating equanimity, softening, gazing. Lose your concentration, just bring it back. You can always come back. You can always come back to your next exhalation. Allow your breath to tether you to the present moment. And coming back to center. Take a deep breath and let it go. And cloud walk, getting a little stretch through your legs. Reroot your feet into the earth. Let your arms come down to your sides. Rise and fall. Let your arms lift and then lower. Lifting and sinking. moving through gentle resistance. Softening your shoulder. Moving with your breath. More time lifting, lowering. Turn your palms to face up, bringing down the heavens, reaching up and drawing down. Being a good conduit of energy, feeling rooted in the earth, long through the spine. Your movement practice, your awareness, your tapotment, your visualization, all encouraging that ability to process, to digest, to absorb what's helpful and useful to you, intermingling it with what you already have within you, the understandings you have, helping you to see yourself honestly, to kind of be courageous in that honesty, understanding that we live in a sea of constant change, constant variables, feeling present, feeling a greater sense of equanimity. Reaching up one more time and drawing down slowly. And bring your hands to your dantian. Finding a tall spine. Posture is practice, allowing yourself to kind of work with this idea of softness and structure. Lengthening the crown of your head. Shoulders begin to stack more over your hips. Ears stacking over your shoulders. Feel your breath, letting it do whatever it does under your observation. And find a smile into your experience. And bring a hand to your heart. Offer yourself kindness, compassion, peace, and love. Bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, and offer gratitude to yourself for your practice today. The light in me sees and honors that light in each of you. Namaste, friends. Thank you for coming today, and I'll hit my stop record button.